The raven is one of the most misunderstood animals on Earth. To many people, it is simply a large black bird, a silent figure gliding across gray skies before disappearing into the trees. But behind those glossy black feathers lies one of the most intelligent minds in the entire animal kingdom. A raven can remember faces for years. It can solve problems that challenge many mammals. It can plan ahead, communicate with remarkable complexity, and even play simply for the joy of it. From frozen mountain peaks to dense forests and wind-swept coastlines, the common raven has quietly mastered environments where countless other species struggle to survive. Its success has never come from strength alone. It comes from something far more powerful: intelligence. As dawn breaks over the forest, the raven begins its day long before most animals awaken. High among towering evergreens, a pair of ravens watches the landscape below. Their sharp eyes scan every movement across the valley, searching not only for food, but for opportunity. Unlike many birds, ravens rarely rely on instinct alone. Nearly every decision they make is carefully considered. Every flight path, every landing, every unfamiliar object is examined with remarkable curiosity. Scientists have discovered that ravens possess problem-solving abilities once believed to belong only to great apes. When faced with a challenge, they don't simply try random solutions. They study the problem, learn from mistakes, and adopt their approach. That ability has helped ravens survive for thousands of years across some of the most harshest landscapes on Earth. As the morning sun climbs higher, one raven notices something hidden beneath a fallen log. Rather than immediately investigating, it lands nearby and watches. Moments later, another bird arrives. The raven waits patiently. Only after the newcomer leaves does it approach the log, lifting small branches one by one until a beetle is exposed beneath the bark. Patience often succeeds where speed fails. The raven understands that. Throughout the forest, countless food sources appear and disappear every day. Berries ripen before fading away. Insects emerge only briefly. Small mammals hide beneath leaves and snow. Finding food is never guaranteed. Remembering where food was once found can mean the difference between life and death. Ravens possess astonishing memories. They can remember hundreds of hidden food caches spread across enormous territories, returning weeks or even months later with remarkable accuracy. Even more impressive, they remember who was watching when they hid each cache. If another raven witnessed the hiding place, they often return later to secretly move the food somewhere else. They understand the possibility of theft, and they plan for it. That level of thinking is extraordinarily rare in the natural world. As midday approaches, the forest grows quieter. Suddenly, the raven launches into the sky. Powerful wings carry it effortlessly above rivers, forests, and open meadows. From hundreds of feet above the ground, it searches for signs invisible to most other animals. Far below, a lone fox moves cautiously along the edge of the trees. Not far away, wolves investigate an old elk carcass buried beneath fresh snow. The raven circles silently overhead. Large predators often provide opportunities. Rather than hunting large prey itself, the raven has learned that following wolves, bears, or foxes can lead to an easy meal once the predators are finished feeding. Sometimes, ravens even alert wolves to weakened prey by calling loudly and drawing attention to struggling animals. The wolves make the kill. The raven shares the reward. It is a remarkable partnership built entirely through observation and experience. But intelligence isn't only used to find food. Sometimes it is used simply to have fun. Young ravens are among the most playful birds on earth. During winter, they have been observed sliding repeatedly down snow-covered rooftops, tumbling through fresh powder, and rolling down snowy hills before flying back up to do it all over again. They chase one another through the air in mock battles. They perform acrobatic dives with no obvious purpose. They even play with wolves, teasing them from above before darting safely out of reach. Play may seem meaningless, yet for ravens, it helps sharpen flying skills, improve coordination, strengthen social bonds, and develop problem-solving abilities that will serve them throughout life. As afternoon sunlight filters through the forest canopy, a pair of ravens returns to their territory. Unlike many birds, ravens often form lifelong partnerships. Year after year, the same male and female work together to defend their territory, raise young, and search for food. High on a cliff ledge or tucked safely within the branches of an ancient tree, they build a large nest using sticks, moss, bark, and soft materials gathered from across the forest. When spring arrives, the female lays several pale green eggs. For weeks she remains close to the nest while the male tirelessly searches for food, returning again and again to feed both his mate and the growing chicks. Once the young hatch, both parents work almost consistently. The hungry chicks grow rapidly. Every insect, every berry, every small animal becomes another meal delivered with remarkable dedication. As the weeks pass, fluffy gray chicks slowly transform into sleek young ravens. Soon, they begin exploring the branches surrounding the nest. Their first flights are uncertain, but every day brings new confidence. The parents continue guiding them, demonstrating where to search for food, how to recognize danger, and how to navigate the vast world beyond the nest. Few lessons are more valuable than experience. As evening approaches, the forest changes once again. Long shadows stretch across the valley. The air grows colder. One final flight carries the raven high above the landscape. From this height, forests, rivers, mountains, and open fields become part of one enormous living world. A world the raven has learned to understand better than almost any other bird. It remembers. It plans. It adopts. It teaches. It plays. And perhaps most remarkably of all, it never stops learning. Few animals have earned their place in nearly every corner of the northern hemisphere quite like the raven. Not through speed, not through strength, but through an extraordinary mind that has quietly evolved over countless generations. The next time you see a dark silhouette gliding silently overhead, remember, you may not simply be looking at another bird. You may be looking at one of the most intelligent creatures nature has ever created. The wild always teaches.